How's it going, guys? Indiana John here, and today I'm going to be doing another Machine Monday video on this guy. This was my second machine, and I think I'll try to go chronologically of the machines that I got for as long as I can remember, but it's probably going to be random order and not too many machines from now. But this is the second machine that I got. And so I named it George II because of a few reasons. One is it's a Gorton, and Gorton was founded by George Gorton II, and I just think that's an awesome name, and so George II. Yeah, so this, for those of you who are not antique machine nerds, you might not know, but this is a pantograph, and this is a two-dimensional pantograph engraver. Although it can do some 3D stuff, kinda, sorta, but I have not done any of that yet. I can show you though. Well, I'll get into that later, maybe. So let's just there we go. Let's poke around a little bit. So I can go over there. Yeah. So the way that it works is a pantograph is a 4-linkage parallelogram mechanism with very precisely located pivot points, and pretty much what that means is because of the way that it is, when you move this here, it moves that there, and you can set it to different ratios. Right now you can see it's at a 3:1. Both of them need to be set to the 3, and when I move this 3 inches, that moves 1 inch, which is pretty crazy. With this particular machine, you have the stylus, what I call the anchor, and then the spindle. And when the anchor is in between the stylus and spindle, it does a 180. And that's a little bit easier to see if there's an actual template on there. This is also, I guess this will be a double feature today. This is one of my most recent pantographs. This is a Gorton P12, and this is pretty much the same thing. And this guy, this is my logo, but it is upside down, which means that when it engraves here, it will be, it'll rotate and be right side up, 180 degrees pivoted horizontally. It doesn't flip it upside down, it just turns it because the anchor is in the middle. And so this one is set at a 14:1, as you can see there. And yeah, that you can see just from looking at it, these are very differently set up, but they're almost the same machine. They have the same spindle, same brand, and they do a lot of similar stuff. And it is super handy having duplicates, because I can leave this one with the mag chuck set up for engraving blades, and then this one I can do whatever inlays I want, which is a super handy thing to be able to do as a manual machinist. Yeah, I think it's a little tricky to talk about without questions, but if you guys have any questions in the comments, I would be more than happy to elaborate more about pantographs. I will say, if you're curious about the cranks, these are designed, they just have a square shank. They're designed to come right off. Yeah, so you set up the table to wherever it is that you want the table to be, and then you take the cranks off, because if you bump a crank and shift the table while you're partway through machining, that totally messes up the part that you're working on. And it's got a little quill lever that drops the spindle down and up and collet nut, and it has its own little collets that are very hard to find, but I think I have almost enough for now. And you just Z with this guy. The table moves all over the place. Overall, they're just super cool, handy dandy old machines. And yeah, thank you for joining me on this Machine Monday video. Again, any questions are very much appreciated, and I'll try to get back to you. Take it easy.